Hey, this is Dumbo42, and I just wanted to have a little quick lesson on the stock market. How is it that you know what's going to happen or have a reasonable guess? Surprisingly, it's not that complicated. A lot of people, want to make predictions that are, years and years in advance, and that gets very tricky. But for what's happening in the next few weeks, maybe a month or two, it's pretty straightforward. Basically, the simple thing to remember is that stocks and bonds and any other asset, they go up and down. However, there are overall trends. This was the basic insight of Charles Dow, of the Dow Jones Index and Dow Jones, everything in Dow theory and all that. So he was a guy running around in the early or late 19th, early 20th century, and he made an observation that there are waves, and then within the waves that there are cycles, and within the cycles there are eddies, and he says, go with the wave. So, this is a picture of it's July 18th. So this is a picture of the NASDAQ 100 over the past year. So as you can see, you have to forgive the video here, but things go up, and then they go down, and then they go up, and then they go down, and then they go up, and this one a little bit back and forth, up, down, up, 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 a lot of down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. So, the question is, how do you know when it's going to change, when it's going to go from up to down? And basically, there's a very simple tool. Basically, we call these channel lines. So on my charting package, I can draw different trend lines if I want. So looking over here, I see a down, a down, a down, a down, a down. So I'm going to just draw a line that connects these. I'm going to continue this line as long as it holds. And, well, it looks to be pretty broken there. So that's the trend line. Also in this charting package, I can create parallels. So I can create a channel. And, I don't know. Really, I'd probably put it here if I were creating it back at this time frame. And as you can see, it's not a perfect system. Here it goes up above the channel and then drops back in, and then here it goes significantly out, and then it comes back in, and then it goes back up and breaks down. So, but this is a dominant channel that's controlling or is reflecting the action of the price over a long period of time. Now, this channel has been broken though, so we need to draw another one. So here, and just general tip when you're drawing these, you want to, if you're on the down trend, you want to connect tops, and on the uptrends, you want to connect bottoms. So, with this recent top, I'd probably move this a little bit down like this, and then create a parallel trend. Okay, so we have a picture of what's happening. So all prices are reflections of buying and selling pressures in the market. Now you'll hear some people say that there are more sellers than buyers, and that's why prices are going down. And sometimes that's true, but for everything sold, there's something bought. So the number of sales and buys are the same. The question is of intensity. So if people are panicking and are selling and selling and selling and selling, and the people who are buying are taking each other side of the trade, but they're not eager about it, they're not trying to bid into the market, then prices will fall. So here, we had a dominant uptrend, and then in May, beginning of May, end of April really, but beginning of May, things really started to deteriorate, and selling pressure intensified. However, within these dominant trends, you can see there's cycles, there's ups and downs, and that's going to be true in any market, whether it's up, down, or sideways. So here, we want to take advantage of the cycles. The trend is your friend, that's the old saying, but you want to maximize your potential with the cycles. So this past couple of days, we reached the top of this trend line, and then things on Friday deteriorated rapidly. The Nasdaq 100 had a range from a high of 1850 to a low of 1802. So that's a pretty significant down day, and it closed right at the bottom. So what's going to happen next? Well, I expect that the next thing to happen will be a retracement to somewhere around here in 1700 region. So I'm expecting another 100 points of loss on the Nasdaq 100. This is the NDX version. And really, that's how we do it. You always have to be mindful that you could be wrong. You have to hedge your bets against that. And but with that, there's a multitude of techniques to take advantage of different kinds of price cycles. And for me, I use credit spreads. So I opened a Nasdaq 100 credit spread on Friday in the morning, so right about here, and it was a spread that was going to net me about 8% if it expired worthless at the end or in the middle of August. It's already gained about half of its value, half of its potential value. So I'm up about 4% on that in just one day, and hopefully I'll close that out early next week for a gain of 5-6% in a couple days, which would be nice. Another strategy to take advantage of a down cycle, you could buy a put, you could short the market, you could buy a debit spread, you could do a put ratio back spread. There's all kinds of different techniques. It's all rests on what is and knowing what's going to happen next. So this is the basics. Just identify the dominant trend, the support lines, the resistance lines, which is what these are, and just going from there and picking your favorite strategy.